Well, they're voracious feeders, and their favorite food are eggs. They will go into rookeries, they'll get into climb into trees, take nesting bird eggs, and more importantly, they'll take crocodile and alligator eggs. So they're a big threat to that native wildlife, which plays a very important role in the balance here in South Florida. Not to mention the fact they'll also eat smaller native lizards. So they're a very aggressive predator that can do a lot of damage to different species.
And has this been a problem for a long time, or are we just starting to really see them pop up?
You know, they've been around for over a decade. Florida, unfortunately, is like, I call it the Ellis Island of exotic animals. Everything that people brought in as exotic pets, you know, if you release a Tegu in Chicago or you release a Tegu in New York or Michigan, the first winter it's going to freeze to death and die. It gets loose in Miami and it's like a Club Med. And these things meet each other, and all of a sudden they start reproducing. And we have this plethora of, exotic non-native animals here. As a matter of fact, there are more non-native reptiles in the state of Florida than there are native ones. And this is because of the pet trade, where these animals were brought in, they escaped, they're released, and now they're thriving and threatening our native wildlife.
Wow, what a good point. I would have never thought of that, but yeah, that makes perfect sense. Now, listen, what animals are maybe most affected by the Tegu lizard?
Well, it's going to be the rookery birds, you know, the wading birds, the herons, the ibis, the wood storks, those birds, and of course, all the crocodilians, the alligators and the crocodiles. They're notorious. They will dig into these nests. They'll dig out those eggs and they'll eat them. You know, so you're talking about doing away with future generations of animals that play a very important role. Now, people say, oh, so what? You're losing some alligators, losing crocodiles.
Yeah.
Listen, they play a very important role in balancing the wildlife. Florida. So when you cut down those populations, it could have a very detrimental effect.
Okay.
Well, you're right. It's a balance of the ecosystem overall, and when you throw and introduce something that's not really supposed to be there, absolutely it can have an impact. All right, so they seem a little sneaky. Are any animals able to fight back against these lizards?
You know, what you're finding is we're finding now some native animals that are starting to adapt and think, hey, there's a new plate here on the buffet table. We've seen things like hawks and eagles take these out, owls take them out. Crocodiles and alligators will also eat them when they can catch them. And I actually saw a raccoon getting one the other day.
Wow.
So this is an animal that's adapting. You know, we have tons of raccoons here, and this is an animal adapting, saying, hey, again, there's a new plate here on the dinner table, and hopefully we get more of these native animals that can, in fact, feed on these types of lizards.
Is this just a Florida thing, or are they in any other areas?
You know, it's mainly a Florida thing because we are one of the few states that's in a subtropical climate.
Yeah.
You know, once you get north of Florida into Georgia and stuff, those winters produce more frequent freezes, and these animals, being reptiles, cold-blooded animals, do not do well. They come from Central and South America, so they're tropical animals. They don't do well in that colder climate. So right now it's kind of, you know, down in Florida, but that's not to say that they couldn't adapt and start building up a tolerance to cold and start moving further north. That's what pythons are starting to do now.